Fort Eisenhower is named for the nation's 34th president, who was a frequent visitor to the Garden City.
His love of golf brought him here, and his love for the Lord brought him to a local church when he was in town. George Escala has the story.
Some might bless out the renaming of Fort Gordon to Fort Eisenhower, but not at Reid Memorial Presbyterian Church.
I think for the folks of this congregation, they were pleased and proud that this was a place of welcome and hospitality, and a place where the president felt like he could come and worship.
Ike goes way back with ties to this church, back into the 40s, I guess.
Augusta National was the reason Eisenhower came to Augusta in 1948, and the reason he would visit another 45 times. And from there, he found his way to the Walton Way Church.
He started coming to Reid whenever he was in town. And he and Mamie would come sit in this pew, and they'd have two Secret Servicemen with them.
Longtime member Gene Clark even got to sing hymns with the nation's 34th president.
Did I? Yes, many times. Many times.
What was that like?
It was awesome.
One of the biggest days of Eisenhower's church goings at Reid was Easter Sunday, 1954, when as president, he was on hand to lay out the church cornerstone, the monumental event honored with pictures on display at the church.
Lots of folks here can still remember that. They can remember him showing up on Sunday morning and worshiping with us. He laid the cornerstone of the sanctuary.
One of two silver trowels used that day is also on display. The other was sent to President Eisenhower. His letter of thanks also on display. Following his death, the church put up a plaque in memory of Eisenhower on the side of the pew where he and the family would often sit. And even after Ike's death, Mamie Eisenhower would continue to worship at Reid Memorial.
She came for a number of years. I think she lived 10 years after Ike.
You can't escape Eisenhower's presence at Reid Memorial. And if you look closely in one of the beautiful stained glass windows, there's a visage of Ike, they say keeping a close eye on his pew.
Nobody can identify exactly how that happened. I've heard it was a mistake, and then I've heard it was actually planned.
Reid Memorial is now and forever will be linked with President Dwight D. Eisenhower, his house of worship when he was away from home. In Augusta, George Escala, WJBF, News Channel 6.